Join me in unprepared hiking newbie as I tackle 630 scorching miles of the southwest coastal path during one of the hottest summers in UK history. There was a heat wave, a drought, and no clue what I was doing. I did it all to raise money for cancer research and Macmillan cancer support. Expect pain, tears, joy, and highly questionable life choices. Let's get into it. Day 13. Today we're going from Porthleven to the Lizard. And we walked out that side of the harbour yesterday, walked all around, and then started from over there today. And heading up now on the hill. Behind me there you've got the town hall, and in the winter when there's some serious storms, the waves hit these rock here and they absolutely blast all over the town hall. It's a pretty spectacular sight to watch and see and photograph. I do love Porthleven. It's a lovely little fishing village, some nice places to eat, very small and gets extremely busy in the summer. It's a lovely little spot down here on the south coast. Really chilly start to the day today. I put factor 50 on this morning and I've come out and actually it's super cloudy. It's been having a bit of rain, but that seems to have stopped. Now there's a nice cool breeze, which once I'm warmed up and walking, it'll be pretty nice, I think. But later on, after lunch, I think the sun's going to come out and it's going to burn me alive. So I'm going to try and get as far as I can this morning, so that I don't have to deal with the super hot sun all day. I'm now down here at Loe Bar. It only took me about half an hour to get here. And Loe Bar is an interesting beach because it separates a little lake from the sea, and you have to cross the beach to get to the other side. And I'm not really looking forward to that because I hate walking on sand, but it's the only way across. So, and it is a coastal path as well. So we're going to walk on the beach for a little bit now. There's a nice circular walk at Loe Bar as well to Helston. It's about 7.5 miles. And yeah, great little walk, great little day out through some wooded areas, so it's like not quite nice on a hot day. And then you end up here halfway around on the walk. Not a lot of facilities on the way around on the walk, so definitely recommend taking a drink with you, snacks, etc. It's not even a sandy beach this, it's more of a marbly beach. So I'll be digging stones out of my shoes for the rest of the day. But actually now I've just got onto some bigger marbles, which make it harder to walk. But yeah, they do still fall on your shoe. Oh. And as you can see, over there is Loe Pool. National Trust have some signs up saying that you're not allowed to have any fun in Loe Pool. No surfing. No surfing? You wouldn't want to surf there. No like windsurfing, stand-up paddleboarding, no kayaking. No water sports allowed in Loe Pool. I'm sure they've got a good reason for that. No idea why. And as you can see to the right, there's the sea. But it is a really lovely walk around Loe Pool. You go all the way around the lake. You can see the difference much easier from this end of the beach. Apologies for the wind noise. You can of course ride your bike around the Helston Loop. I've done that several times. The only challenge is when you get to Loe Bar, you've got to walk your bike across the beach, which isn't that big of a deal really. And it's quite a nice ride really. I quite enjoyed that little ride, much faster than walking. I've not seen anyone in ages. It's been very, very quiet today. some other parts of this walk have been full of people. In fact, St Ives to Pendine I thought was going to be like the quietest section, but yeah, there's loads of people on that bit, but it's really quiet. I imagine as we get closer to Kynance Cove and the Lizard, there'll be much more people, because I think I'm in a place called Loe Cove right now. And I don't think many people know about it, but it looks like a nice beach, to be fair. It's probably in the middle of nowhere though, like a lot of Cornish beaches. This one definitely isn't commercialised. Sun's starting to creep through the cloud cover now. And I think it's going to be another warm one. So I think just behind me this is Loe Cove. And onwards to Mullion. And then we head round to the Lizard. And I'm pretty optimistic. It's not going to take that long, he says. I don't know if that point's the Lizard though, or if I go around that point there'll be another point. Yeah, I'm a little bit worried about that. Not worried, but it wouldn't surprise me. In fact, I don't think that is the point of the Lizard. We'll see it. We'll get to that point and then we'll show you. Walking just takes forever. I just had a guy, he went past me on an e-bike. He was doing like 20 miles an hour up the hill. Oh, if I could do this on an e-bike, that would have been awesome. There's definitely some sections that you can't e-bike up though. Wow. Maybe you could e-bike up them, but there's some very steep bits. There's definitely some steps as well, so I don't know. I think maybe an e-bike would be more of a hindrance. There's a cool biking thing actually in Cornwall now called the West Cornwall Way, where you can cycle. I think you cycle to the Lizard. I think you cycle around the Lizard and to sort of Land's Endy Way. So that's something that I would like to try out at some point, although I think that my wife would be greatly upset if I did that. And also I need to finish this, and I have no idea when that's. I don't even know if it's possible for me to finish it in the time that I've got left. Potentially, but I'm just trying to enjoy it rather than suffer it with injury. And no pain today, no injuries today, so it's going pretty well. Just gone into Poldhu Cove and come out again. Nice little beach, National Trust beach. No, it's not a National Trust beach. The one before was National Trust. This car park's Cornwall Council, one of the only Cornwall Council car parks remaining. And it's really cheap to park there. Yeah, lovely little beach. Got all the facilities that you need. Climbing up the hill now towards Mullion. Only took me 2.5 hours to get there. I think the book it says 3.5, so that's good going. I got some pace today. I believe these poles behind me are for weather forecasting, and they're typically used to tell you the visibility. So somewhere else there'll be a weather station, and that'll be telling them if they can see that it's good visibility, if not it's rubbish visibility. And they can make their predictions from that. I believe that's what they're for anyway. Yesterday I was really worried about carrying a full bag of kit with me, full of water and everything, because of my injuries. However, I think that because of the weight, it's forcing my body to use different muscles, because I had different sort of leg aches at the end of yesterday. So that feels like it's a really good thing that the weight, although it's kind of slowing me down a little bit, it is forcing my body to not be lazy and forcing it to use sort of different muscles like my glutes and hamstrings and those kind of muscles, rather than my VMO muscle on my knee, which is typically what was being aggravated with less weight. So only time will tell, but it seems like I'm on the up. And yeah, just heading into Mullion now. The landscape's massively changing. It's getting much more rugged, much more weather beaten. This is where all sort of the weather really hits this part of the coastline, so it's particularly rugged. Mullion Cove just down there. I'm a little bit surprised. I thought I'd be able to maybe top up my water bottles here. I'm not like running low or anything, but there's literally nothing here. So yeah, I won't be doing that. And getting out of Mullion Cove, steep descent. So it's a little bit fun. But I think once we're up on the cliffs, we'll be able to walk along the cliffs for a little bit. We won't have to go up and down, so that should be good. Yeah, and then we're heading down to the Lizard now. So out of Mullion now, and heading towards the Lizard. And I've been told about this amazing pasty shop in the Lizard called Anne's Pasties. Some of the best pasties in Cornwall, but they're actually in the village. And I'm not sure if I fancy walking up to the village. It's about half a mile walk. So we'll see what happens when we get there. If I crack on to Cadgwith, then I won't do it. If I end up staying in the Lizard, then yeah, might go set up my tent and then check out Anne's Pasties. But if you're staying in the Lizard, you should definitely check out Anne's Pasties. All the locals have said they're one of the best pasties in Cornwall. And Phelps as well, obviously. I've talked about Phelps pasties before. And then if you're into pasties and you're kind of not walking the path, there's one in Redruth called Denzel's in the town centre at the bottom of the town. They're good as well, I like those. Goes to show I don't know where the hell I am, and I'm not even looking at maps because I thought that was Mullion Cove, but apparently it's not Mullion Cove. I've not reached Mullion Cove yet. Mullion Cove is a quarter of a mile this way. Ah! So I should probably look at maps before I tell you guys where I am. And I'll aim to think about doing that in the future, but no guarantees. So that wasn't Mullion Cove. I think that might have been Poldark, but I don't know. I wonder what Mullion Cove's going to have on offer. I'm sure there's going to be a steep descent and ascent looking at the height of these cliffs. Definitely in Mullion this time. There's a Mullion Cove hotel. There's that me. Now I need to figure out how I get down and up the other side. Somebody just told me that these hills where I'm walking now towards Kynance Cove from Mullion is where Poldark runs around frolicking on his horses. So if you like Poldark and you want to see the grass where he runs around on his horses, this is the spot apparently. Not seen him yet. There's always a chance though, isn't there? Although I doubt that they're filming in the summer. Unlikely. We made it to the Lizard, which is just behind me. That slipway marks the end of the Lizard Peninsula, which is very exciting. It's very windy up here, sorry. So, most of this is my next challenge. Although I am going to be doing some of it today because I think I'm about a mile away from Cadgwith. And I'm knackered, I'm absolutely knackered. I'm so tired. I could sleep on a log. I literally don't want to take another step. Absolutely knackered. But we'll get there. Eventually. I could have stopped at the Lizard, but I wanted a campsite that was by the path, so I've walked on and I'm really kind of regretting it. Like, this campsite sounds amazing, but just the extra miles have really worn me out. I'm done mentally and physically. I just want to curl up in a ball now and go to sleep. This is the hardest part at the end of the day. If you've made it this far, hit like, subscribe and ring that bell. You won't want to miss what's coming up. The terrain gets tougher, the sun gets hotter, and let's just say things don't exactly go to plan. Fundraising links for cancer research and Macmillan cancer support are below. Your support means everything. Tune in next time to see how I handle one of the wildest stretches yet.